Fair use, fair use. YouTube, fair use. This is for didactic purposes. Didactic purposes.
Fake, this charlatan, man, y'all this guy, man.
Acted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
Yeah. Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
We're going to stop it right there. Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I...
This is who y'all support. This is who y'all support right here.
Y'all supporting this 1090 fake, this charlatan, man. Y'all supporting this guy, man.
Acted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
Yeah. Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber.
Y'all hear that? This is who y'all supporting. Supporting this Caucasian fellow who is who has a hyper focus on only black prominent individuals. He doesn't speak about Jeffrey Epstein. Don't speak about, no Caucasian sexual predators, just this guy only he has a fixation of only pointing out so-called black snitching. Like he don't talk about the mafia. He don't talk about nothing. This guy, all this dude was focused on is black people. And he supports this guy. He supports a known racist. He supports somebody who said the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. This is your guy who's a blood. He's a blood gang. Blood gang. He's a big blood, huh? Portraying to be a blood. Weasel his way into the culture. Tell me about it.
Subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
We're going to stop it right there. Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
Hey, in this video, you can no longer find this video on his Instagram. He took it down. What a coinky dink. He took the video down, y'all. He don't even have this video up on his Instagram no more. That's how you know he's guilty. And he know what's up. Because I also went on his Instagram and I commented. I actually made a comment. I and I actually added him. He never responded, nothing. He didn't want no smoke. He wanted no smoke.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally
this is the blood, though.
am a subscriber.
This the big blood.
Yo, bro.
The big blood. That's the big blood right there, y'all. Who's, parading around with black people, cosplaying, subscribing to a negative, a lower aspect of our culture, of so-called black culture, which actually the degenerate aspect of black American culture gets pushed to the forefront. And this guy cosplaying, only talking about black people, prominent black figures in the black community, that's a problem. That's an issue. And we're not done. We're not done. We're not done. Fair use. This is for edifying, to edify the people. Oh, word of the day. Edification. Time to edify the people. Yeah, that's what we here for. Yeah, we here to speak truth. We here to speak truth. Edify, didactic, you know.
Believe me, my nigga, he working with the police to do this. He got some inside help. But let me just say this. A black kid couldn't have done it because they would have killed him.
Peace to you. Peace to you, King J. Thanks for commenting. I appreciate that. Hit the like button, please. Subscribe, share. This is pivotal. We have a weasel. Spies in the operation. I smell treason. Yeah, I smell treason around this joint.
A black male couldn't have done it because they would have killed him. Nobody black could do what 10 named Jake do because black people would have killed him. They would have killed the family.
This is who you support. You support this guy right here.
History, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
We gonna... Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's
Rewind.
death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
We gonna...
How? Uh-oh, you see, he ain't got no more tattoos. If you go to you see he ain't got as many pictures with blacks no more on his Instagram. Go to his Instagram. I'll go to his Instagram. He don't got too many pictures with the dark melanated hued people. Peep game. He's trying to clean up his image. Take off some of the tattoos and yeah, he ain't slick. Just know we ain't slow, buddy. You think all black folks is, you feel me, remedial? Come again, mister.
Don't stop it right there. Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American.
No, America made it about race. In the system, in the many functions. No, I didn't make it about race.
History, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
We gonna stop it right there for just a
I'm gonna play it.
Charlie Kirk's
This
death has
entirety.
impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
Pro, COINTELPRO.
Believe me, my nigga, he working with the police to do this. He got some inside help. But let me just say this. A black kid couldn't have done it because they would have killed him. A black male couldn't have done it because they would have killed him. Nobody black could do what 10 named Jake do because black people would have killed him.
Factory.
They would have killed a family member of his.
Yeah.
Somebody would have died behind doing. Nobody.
Huh? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
This one snitched on this one. But there would be no consequences.
I'm still learning.
Yeah.
We was also talking about 1090J. And he's a 1090J.
This is somebody who espouses, who has literally expressed, I'm a blood, and I'm a blood. Blood is that's black origins. Blood, that whole organization, what does it stand for again? I'm unable to recall, but anyways, that's a black derivative, that derives from black subjects in America. So that's the first fact of the matter. The second fact of the matter is, you got this dude, like I said, he's hyperly focused. His probe is his probing. His probe is constantly fixated on black people. You don't see too many visuals that's dissecting white, you know, people that's known to tell or that's been alleged or purported to tell, etc. You feel me? Yeah. Told you it's a new epoch. You feel me? Not all of us is remedial. Not all of us is nincompoops. You feel me? Yeah, come on now. Come again. 1090 fake.
The individual who makes his career off exposing snitches.
Okay.
But the snitches he exposed are always prominent, successful black men.
Yeah.
He's a white guy. And he's exposing all these rappers who, making all this money. We don't never see him expose like a mafia member or and he's exposing all these rappers who, making all this money. We don't never see him expose like a mafia member or no mafia.
A white boy. Yeah. You in the chat. You in the chat. Yeah, you in the chat. And one of these little pseudo accounts, bot dots, hit the like button. Yeah, we exposing it. Fair use. Yeah, we around here exposing. We definitely gonna expose them. We definitely gonna be hyper. We gonna return the energy. You feel me? Yeah. Didn't you have a snitch case? He got a lot of suspect, stuff that's going on with him too. You feel me? Yeah. 1090 fake. Always snooping and probing in black business.
Mexican.
American.
It's just always successful black men. So,
Because it started out real, though. At the end, it's thin and out.
Like I said, this who y'all support. Y'all support a Caucasian man who said he subscribes to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
We gonna... Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
We gonna stop it right there. Let me get to it.
So you subscribe to somebody. So you subscribe to him, right? You subscribe to somebody who literally predicated themselves on hate-filled, fibrous-filled rhetoric. Literally. Where they at? Fair use.
We hit that first 1 million in sales in our first year of business. It was surreal. This is definitely going to be a
this thing. Is who your guys subscribe to, right here. You subscribe to this guy, huh? Shout out to this sister, Shez Sade. Shout out to her.
Clear that you're not going to get gun deaths to zero. It will not happen. You can significantly reduce them through having more fathers in the home.
This dude's a
by
liar.
having more armed guards in front of schools.
Liar ass dude. Hey, this is the same dude that said white on white crime or black people. This is the same guy that lied about white on white crime. So you mean to tell me?
We should not have a utopian one.
So you mean to tell me?
Live in a society.
Pause this. So you mean to tell me this is who you subscribe to, right? Mr. What's his name? 1090 fake. You subscribe to somebody who literally lied, okay? 81% of whites kill whites, okay? Ain't no 80% of blacks killing no goddamn white people, all right? Get it right. Go fact check it, okay, buddy? Boom. And this is what the real facts is. So 80.7% of the murders of white people were committed by white offenders, okay? So what the hell are you talking about, buddy? Go read. Go read a book, okay? Yeah, because you ain't dealing with no illiterate, remedial Negroes around here, all right? Yeah, we smart around here, buddy. Get your bag up. You ain't the only one that got, Come on now, yeah. This who y'all support though. Y'all support this guy right here. This who y'all support. Always got his Look at him, always snooping. Look at this guy. We're gonna
Larry
dissect
Hoover,
this.
they walked into his high school and
Dude,
shot
this
him
dude.
and I believe 2 other people.
This be.
And he told the police.
I believe. You
and they went
believe?
and
I
arrested-
believe. You believe? We don't do belief. We do empirical evidence around here, buddy. We don't do belief, buddy. We do empirical evidence. We don't do belief. We do empirical evidence. He said, I believe. I believe.
To those 2
Fuck
guys.
out of here. Clown. Goofy.
Okay.
Goof troop.
Why has this never really come up in terms of Larry Hoover's story?
Well, one, it happened in like 1968 or some shit, and 2, people don't want it to come up. They don't want it to be the truth. You know, I had a ton of people DMing me. We gonna do this.
He said KKK. He said KK Kirk the jerk. Yeah, for real. And then have the goal to try to compare him to MLK. MLK graduated with a doctor's degree last time I checked.
This, that, and the third. You can't come to Chicago. You can't come here, come there. Whatever.
This who y'all support though.
But it's
y'all
like,
support this clown.
If all of y'all are willing
This
to
dude
slide,
is a clown.
why don't one of y'all slide to the courthouse and get the paperwork?
Hold on, man. This who y'all.
prove
This who
that
y'all.
he
This who y'all support. Look at this goofy.
Y'all supporting this
Support
1090
this
fake,
goofy.
this charlatan.
This is a
Man, y'all supporting this guy? Man.
charlatan. Get this goofy on here. Look at this goofy.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
And I'm personally a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's. That video is no longer on his Instagram. I wonder why. Riddle me why. Riddle me why did he extract? Why did he take down the video? We're gonna speak in layman terms. Why did you take down the video, huh? Of you espousing and you raving about Mr. Kirk, huh? That's what I want to know. Why you take down the video, buddy? Why you take down the video, buddy? Huh? Why you take down the video? Huh? Because you didn't want that smoke, or all that carbonized smoke, huh? That carbon smoke. You know what carbon is, right? Hope you know what carbon is, yeah. You got nothing but carbon smoke. He said, I'm going to go ahead and discontinue this, huh? Defunct. We got to defunct this, this post. This post needs to be, you know, taken down because you was getting smoked and you didn't respond to me. I added you too. You know, I added you too, buddy. I added you too, buddy. You didn't say nothing. Where you at, 1090 Snake? You know, Big Blood. You ain't got all you ain't got all them big blood pictures up on Instagram, do you no more, huh? You gotta clean your image up, huh? You gotta clean your image up, huh? He said all that black gang culture it adulterated my image, huh? You said that the black gang culture adulterated your image, huh? You know, you trying to, what's the word? You trying to PR, you trying to clean up your service or clean up your look, huh? Clean up the visuals. Yeah. This is goofy.
Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
We gonna stop.
Hey, the truth will always unveil itself. The truth come out at night. The truth come out at night. The truth come out at night. No, the truth come out whenever. The truth's not relegated to nocturnal times. The truth is not relegated to nocturnal times. Yeah. Get a dictionary. That's the word of the day, nocturnal. You know, we exposing people at all times, not just nocturnally. You feel me? Yeah. Hit the like button, subscribe. Look at this 1090 Snake. All these snakes around here. You know, hit the like button, subscribe, y'all. That's why we need our own spaces, you know. For real, for real. How come he ain't talking about no Mexicans? How come he ain't talking about no people that look like him?
Right there. Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally...
How? It has impacted the very fabric of America, which is anti-blackness. How? His death is polarizing. It has created a polarizing effect in America. Let's speak truth now, YouTube. Let's speak truth now. Let's not lie. Somebody who said that black women didn't, he said black women's intellectual capacity, he said black women didn't have the mental prowess to be able to make computations just on a day-to-day basis. Are you serious? Mental computations. Come on now. And I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said though. He literally was espousing the ancient or historical anti-black rhetoric that is inculcated, meaning it's intertwined within this American system. Literally. Let's talk about it. Yeah, you got the right one today, buddy. You got the right one today, buddy. You right, brother. The truth comes out in the light. Facts. Facts. The like button, subscribe. I appreciate the attention. I appreciate the currency. I appreciate your currency, which is your attention. That is the currency that you're giving to me, is your attention, and hitting the like button, please. Thank you. That's the only currency that I will be requesting, is hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing, because it's free. It's gratis, gratis. Yeah, this is a channel where we use words and I spell them out and we learn around here. Hence, the channel is called I'm Still Learning. Books around here, knowledge, information. This is not a goofy channel. This is not a channel where we emulate the constant behavior of a court jester. No, we don't do that around. We learn and we dissect truthhood. I'm gonna get to the facts. Look at this guy. At the end of the day,
a black kid couldn't have done it because they would have killed him. A black male couldn't have done it because...
And that's true, and that's unequivocally true. A black person couldn't meander. Meander meaning go to and from. To meander means to wander. But I'm meaning it. I'm conveying it in the context of a black person couldn't meander to and from and do the things that this guy is doing. Not what this guy has done. What he is doing. Actively engaging in, partaking in. Peace to the chat. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, subscribe. This is a platform where we speak truth, and the primary entree is highlighting the black parallels, but also highlighting the triumphs, the many feats of blackness in America. That's what this platform is for. We don't hate nobody. We speak truth. That's all. If you think my rhetoric is hateful, then you need to go do some more research on real hate, But once again, we're decomposing. Decomposing meaning we're breaking down the many intricacies of 1090 fake, and how he vacillates, VACILATE, vacillates, meaning he wavers to and from. He don't know what he want to be. He don't know if he want to be down with the urban. You know what urban is? Urban means black. That's a coded word for black. If he's down with so-called black people, or if he just want to be a white boy. Because at the end of the day, when you being interrogated, that's what it is. I gotta actually find that video with the like, share, subscribe. Expose. Like I said, this is the channel where we learn, and this expose is about 1090 fake.
They would have killed him. Nobody black could do what 1090 Jake do because black people would have killed him. They would have killed a family member of his.
Yeah.
Somebody would have died behind doing this. But because it's a white man doing it, nobody would die except the people who find out that this one snitched on this one, this one snitched on this one. But there would be no consequences.
Come on. I'm still learning. Come on.
He's a white guy, and he's exposing all these rappers who, making all this money. We don't never see him expose like a mafia member or no mafia, a white boy petition, a Mexican. It's just always
Right?
black.
Right? Hey, right? Yeah, he don't say nothing about them El Chapo. Them you know, he don't speak too much on them, huh? You know? Let me give you some water. Water wars, cherish your water. Tap in. Water wars, cherish your water. Profit, pollution. Come on. Privatization. Water wars. Go ahead and lubricate my looking kind of dry here. Oh, I got the papaya, non-GMO papaya. I'm gonna do a short on that. Actually, I'm gonna do a live on that because you know papaya seeds expel. Papaya seeds expel. EXPEL. They expel parasites, literally. So you know, like I said, this is the platform where we learn that. You know, so you know, even though we dissecting 1090 fake, we decomposing the oxymoronic ways of this Caucasian fellow. I may go on a tangent, you know, and spew out some fun facts, you know. Pardon me. Let's get back to the video at hand.
So,
Cause it started out real though at the end.
Oh, you said oregano oil. Okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Information. Each one teach one. I don't know everything. Hence, I'm still learning every day. I'm still learning. I don't know everything. I'm still learning. I never will profess or proclaim or declare to know everything. Hence, I'm still learning. That's the name of the platform. You know, we learning together. Each one teach one. Man sharpens man. Woman sharpens woman. Steel sharpens steel. You know, kids can sharpen kids. You know, stuff like that. You know.
It's then and there. Then
So, pardon me, y'all. We're gonna pause this and then we're gonna get to this one. He's the, hey, I got the 411.
Do it. Nobody wants to, nobody wants to do that. So it's like it is what it is. They try to say, oh, it ain't fake. A newspaper wrote that, and we can't.
You ask Jonathan, you ask who I am. I'm nobody. I'm just somebody who loves to learn. You know, who loves to learn, who loves to read. I'm currently reading this book right now. This brother, profound brother from Detroit, you know, went through homelessness. You know, literally took a nominal investment and created $1 million empire. Nominal meaning small, minute meaning small. Yeah, I'm somebody who likes to. I'm a black man who loves to learn. You know, because this society loves to depict us as stupid, idiotic, dumb. You know, we can't speak. You know, we're not articulate. You know, which is not the case. So this platform is to teach, edify black people as a whole. Anybody, all people are welcome. But I do have a primary focal point, which is to edify my people because we are the most downtrodden. You know. Due to the history, if you know history, real history, you know that, right? We've been bombed twice in America, Philly and Black Wall Street. Hence, they dropped a bomb on me. You know that song? That's a song. They dropped a bomb on me, which is actually alluding to the 1921 Tulsa race riots, the innuendos, coded innuendos that's highlighting what black people went through in America. Hence, they dropped a bomb on me. Right, brother. You see the chat dropped off. I start spitting them facts. The chat, it's cool. Many come, some will fall off. It's all right, you know. Only the strong survive. Like Army, the Army's strong. You know, my grandpa was in the Army. Korean War, black man. You know, did not benefit from the GI benefit. But let's get back to this, because I can sit here and do this all day. I don't want to necessarily, say bore anybody, but you know, let's get back to the main topic at hand. But just like I said, this is a learning platform, and I do go off on tangents, but those tangents are conducive. You know, they're typically fun facts. They're tangents that are they're tangents that lead to information. You know, you know, they're not just like a tangent that's gonna what's the word? That's gonna regress, put you in a state of mental regression. No, it's gonna put you in a state of mental progression.
Can't believe the news because, you know, back then, white people made black people.
Oh, you a vet? That's what's up, my brother. You a vet? That's what's up, man. Peace. Yes, indeed. You know, I was just doing research on how black vets are disenfranchised. You know, meaning that their percentile, their take-home fee, typically is not, or doesn't reflect their white. It doesn't reflect their white counterparts. You know, as far as the percentile, black vets are not afforded the same treatment. Simple as that. You know, like let's just keep it simple. We're not gonna. Sometimes, you know, it's easy. Sometimes, you know, you can say a $5 word. You ain't not. You know, a wise man once told me, you know, it's easier. It's easier to say a $5 word than it is to try to always, you know, because I don't want people to think I'm trying to speak intentionally above them. No, but I innately have a large lexicon and a vast vernacular due to me being a person who constantly reads. I'm constantly delving into articles, publications, etc. So this is not an act. You know, this is innate. This is in me. And like I said, fluency, which is reading, when you engage in heavy amounts of reading, it automatically fortifies one's fluency. Automatically. I just find myself words just coming out, you know, spewing out automatically. You know, and that's based off the type of activities that I'm heavily engaged in, which is reading, you know, rote, R-O-T-E, rote, which is repetition. Rote means to, you know, learning by rote, which is, like I said, to learn by rote, which is R-O-T-E, its meaning is to learn by repetition. Repetition, pardon me. Let's get it. Learn it here.
Sound like anything, and they wanted to take away.
Mind you, like I said, this is some of our people. I ain't gonna say us, but some of us is lost. This is a guy who
I'm a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's. We're gonna stop it right there. Let me get to it. Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally...
Really, brother? Well, I'm assuming you a brother because you put Lucifer Fire, but you put they dropped a bomb on me. Well, respectfully, I actually was doing research on that, and I seen that it actually was converse. It was the opposite. So meaning that it was the 1921 Tulsa race riots. That's what my research brought me to. Now I could be wrong, but I don't see why that. I don't see that being far-fetched, you know, because Move, it was a real phenomenon, you know. That was a real phenomenon in America that, you know, that plagued black people, you know. We were under siege, you know, by the military. So, regardless of it being a decommissioned plane or not, it still was military. The hell. Yeah, brother. I remember that happening in Philly. That major was black. Made the big that. Yeah, and that mayor. You meant the mayor, brother. Yeah, that mayor was black. You're right. That mayor was black. You're right. Unfortunately, remember though, you got black faces and white spaces though. Remember that. You know, we have historically always had a history of having black faces and white spaces. That don't mean nothing. You know, but that black mayor, shame on him. He should be mortified. He should be mortified. That black mayor should be mortified, you know, for meaning embarrassed, highly, ultrally mortified, you know. So, but like I said, you got exactly Uncle Clarence Thomas, you know. It's crazy, yeah, y'all. But this is, you know, I don't want to keep people on here. I'll probably keep it to a nothing more than an hour, but I definitely finna be, like I said, y'all, I'm finna be going live more. I appreciate the engagement. I appreciate the comments, the likes, all that. Like I said, your attention is the currency. Your attention is the currency. Your likes is the currency. You sharing is the currency. You know, that is your way of donating to me, and I appreciate it. I'm grateful. Gratitudes to your currency, to your viewership. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it. We don't do followers. We do supporters. Thank you for buttressing. Thank you for buttress. To be buttress is to be buttress. You know, no funny talk. To be buttress is to be supported. Is to be supported. So I appreciate that. You know, this is a edifying moment. This is a fair use. Fair use. You know, I'm a neophyte when it comes to this. You know, I understand I have a small page, but it's great things to come. You know, big things to come. You know, because I am a unique individual. You know, I am not like my typical contemporaries. So yeah, I appreciate the people though. This is who we, you know, unfortunately, some of us is supporting.
I'm a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, so that's that.
Wait, who was power? Who was like 18 when this happened? Right. So I don't even think he had the power people are talking about. He's still in high school. And then not for nothing, one of the victims that got shot came out and said, "Oh, Hoover never told."
Oh yeah, please too, y'all. You know, moderators, if y'all see anybody that's, I'm not really too prone or very fond of blocking people, but if they doing stuff, if they saying things that are disrespectful and just blatant disrespect, anything that is vulgarities, get them up out of here. Block them. You know. So I meant to, you know, like I said, I'm typically, you know, free speech type of guy, but if you're being disrespectful, if you're in a chat and you're spewing out anti-black rhetoric, get them up out of here. Appreciate y'all. He said I own a dog rescue. I have 20 plus years. He said your mother-in-law had some. He said your mother-in-law had lupus. So, sorry to hear that, brother. I actually lost my mom. I lost my mother too. I'm assuming you said your mother has a chronic health malady, correct? Malady. So, trust me, I'm all about going at the system. I lost my mother to the system. I had to sue them. So when it comes to suing, lawsuits, I know a thing or two about that. Wrongful death due to medical malpractice, due to not properly aiding and abetting this black woman. So you're talking to a black man who knows, who's been through it. Okay? You're talking to a black man who had to levy a lawsuit for medical malpractice against this beautiful black woman right here. Pardon me. Against this beautiful black woman right here. So don't think. Matter of fact, they always ask why about race. If you're new to the platform, watch this. If you're new to the platform, somebody said you people always talk about race. Well, this is why. What it say? How race impacts personal injury cases. You see this? I told you, y'all, we gonna learn here, y'all. We ain't here to do no goofy. We ain't goofies. We ain't sitting around here trying to dance. And this is why it's about race. Because race and gender. This is for the black woman and the woman out there. You know, it's for the black woman and the woman out there. This is why it's always about race and gender. Because America, you know, race impacts personal injury cases. So you know what that means? This gives me the know-how. This gives me the knowledge. You know, knowing this, if I have more knowledge than the typical layperson, layman or laywoman, layperson, whatever, then that affords me with if I have more knowledge than you in this particular context, we're talking about civil court, then that affords me, or that grants me with just that much more know-how. Is by, okay, me knowing this, it's going to it's going to fill me with how this system, once again, how this system is trying to justify what? Justify lower payouts because I'm black. See? You see? Just used to justify lower payouts. More than 50 years after MLK death, and we still dealing with this, y'all. So don't tell me about why is it always about race. This is why, because we're still dealing with anti-black, gender-based racism. This is why. So pardon my tangent, but the chat said, why is it always about race? He said 1090 Jake is not to be trusted. Facts. You right, brother. Civil litigation, you know. And yeah, brother, and this is somebody who, you know, you know, America is a very litigious society, you know. So and I implore black people, you know, because we are, yeah, I implore EEOC, file your complaints with the EEOC. Exhaust all your remedies, exhaust all your administrative remedies, you know, because yeah, but pardon me, y'all, and yeah, you're right, he's not to be trusted. I have to mod you up for that comment. He's not to be trusted. Just don't, you know, don't, I hope you don't be a Decepticon on me. Robots in disguise. I'm gonna go ahead and mod you up, man. Hold on. Boom. Pardon me, gentlemen. Pardon me. I didn't mean to have that lag there, or that. You know, this guy's not to be trusted though.
He was never even involved in my case.
Not to be trusted. It's not to be so. Not to be trusted. Remember, he's supporting somebody.
We're gonna stop it right
He's supporting somebody who said that.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
You said, you're right, brother. You're right. You said, how can you trust me? You're absolutely right. I mean, I do have an Instagram. You can go on my Instagram, you know. You can definitely garner more than insight on what type of person I am, as far as my works, my contributions, you know. I used to work for the city of Seattle. So, you know, I got many character letters, you know. And I'll show those to my audience, you know. One of these days, I'll show you guys, you know, the litany upon litany of character missives. Missives, I told you, word. Missive, MISSIVS, is another word for letter. But I have a long litany of character missives from credible local, you know, nonprofits in regards to my works and what I've done in the community, you know. I used to work at the Boys and Girls Club, you know. I used to be a circle keeper, and that is for youth to come in to the Boys and Girls Club and they're allowed to de-stress, decompress, be themselves, and not be judged. So, like I said, stay tuned, chat, and I'll expose the my supporters, because we don't do followers. I'll expose my supporters to my character letters, to my works, a snippet, not to be braggadocious, but I think it's I think it's paramount that, you know, that you need to be, this day and age, social media is a lot of charlatans and you don't really know. People are living a pseudo lifestyle. So I'm more than happy to divulge, you know, other people speaking on me, you know. I let my name speak for itself. As opposed to me speaking, let your name speak for itself. Pro, COINTELPRO.
Believe me, my nigga.
What are you talking about? You never heard of the term character letter? Character? It means it's a document that entails or details one's character, or that's highlighting one's credibility, or speaking on one's work ethic. It's speaking on, you know, one's punctuality, one's character. Was that a disconnect? How did you connect that to prison? How? Please make it make sense. Demystify that for this black man over here, you know? Demystify. He said, makes good sense. He said, those letters sometimes have numbers and such, or full names. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Raheem, Delaware. You can't be where you cannot be where Terrence Crawford is from. No way. Uh-oh. You're right. Anyways, let's get back to the lecture at hand. Thanks for the currency of your attention. Appreciate that. O was a bad kid. I've had a few written for me, maybe, to give to the he said to give to the judge. he said lawyers act. No, that's not true. You have character letters, you have what's that I want to say? Your resume. A resume or what's another? It's really just a play on words, Really syntax of terms. Let's get it. All right.
Working with the police to do this. He got some inside help. But let me just say this.
Yeah, and I do believe he got inside help too. I do believe that Caucasian gentleman has inside help. I do believe that. I don't give a damn.
None of that was true, because I have the state
fair use. This is for teaching and edifying and didactic purposes. Didactic with a D.
witness list, and Larry Hoover's name is on it. Then the guy that got shot tried to say the other guy, he didn't even get shot. Both of them got charged with it.
No, brother, I ain't being aggressive. I'm just ardent. Another word. ARDNT. ARDNT. Pardon me, But yeah, ARDNT. I'm not trying to be, intentionally rude or, I'm just a passionate black man, I love my black people. I love us. I love what we go through in America. I love the trials, the ups and downs, I am not too fond of and grateful of, some of our ways, but I recognize that, that is also a result of external turmoil, or being under siege. Hence, they dropped a bomb on me. They dropped a bomb on me. Everything is not a conspiracy. Stay tuned. Actually, I'm going live Thursday. Black woman organs was harvested at a hospital in California, I want to say. I'm going to be doing Dr. Richie from Undisputed. He's going to be, I'm going to be, what's the word? Moderating that, reacting to that. But yeah, black women organs harvested. So everything's not a conspiracy. And just because they coin it as a conspiracy does not mean it's not true. Oh, conspiracy. That doesn't mean it's not true. It's because something deemed a conspiracy fact. There's conspiracy, there's conspiracy theories, and then there is conspiracy facts. Let's talk about it.
With the shooting, both of them were convicted for the shooting. I got all of that.
The brother said, no, I'm saying I need you to lecture me aggressively. Okay. He said, nah, bro, this is for me too. Whatever I'm saying to you, I'm saying to me. I'm also internalizing and hearing it too. So I'm never lecturing nobody. This is never me trying to smite you or no, this is me. If I'm doing, this is, remember when you point one finger, you got something pointing right back at you. So, if, for the people who's in the shadows or for the brother that's commenting, Team X, yeah, this is not, like I said, this is not admonishing. This is not me trying to admonish you or, this is admonishment for the whole, and I'm in that whole. So, yeah. So I almost got duped by this guy. I almost got bamboozled and hoodwinked, until I had to do some more dredging. I had to do some more research. I had to do some more digging. I had to dredge a little deeper and I had to, look past the surface and look past the urban. Oh, I'm a blood. I like white people. Just be yourself. If you white, just be white. I love a white person who is just white. Just be white. Yo, they're trying to come in and be something that you're not. And I like my John Brown. I like Joe R. Fegan, How Blacks Built America. Joe R. Fegan, White Man, How Blacks Built America. I like these type of white people right here. You know, yeah. These kind of white folks I like. You know, Harvard graduate. No, pardon me, Yale graduate. You know, exposing the evils of some of their own people. Y'all, let's talk about it.
But he lied about it. And then not for nothing, the same guy that tried to clear Hoover's name is a fucking federal cooperator. He went down and snitched in a Fed case. He don't want to get murdered because he's
facts. Lucifer Fire, facts. He said they don't get water on them chains. Old Brooke Gordidez, that old Gorit, that's, well, you know. Yeah, Yale graduate, he said. Yep. Oh, you want to see that again? You want to see that again? Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you with some clarity. There you go. Yale graduate, Nathan J. Robinson, who is Caucasian. Who's of the Caucasian race. Who graduated from Yale Law School, and a PhD student in social policy and sociology at Harvard University. Are you going to question him? Academia. And what did it say? What did it say? Did it say how he affected who? Does it say minorities? This don't say minorities, do it? It says use and abuse of minorities. No, it don't say no goddamn use and abuse of. It says use and abuse of who? Black. Come on now. It says black. It don't say Bill Clinton abused minorities or people of color. No, it says specific. And and that vexes some people. See, that vexes people. That annoys. VEX means to annoy. That irritates people. When you isolate the trauma, you know, this is not about being about the oppression Olympics. This is about pointing out truth. And the truth of the matter is that you got some white people out here who speak truth. And I rock with them. He speaks truth. Nathan speaks the truth. Shout out to Nathan J. Robinson. Share, like, share, subscribe. It's a devastating critical inquiry in Bill Clinton's record on race. From executing a mentally disabled black inmate to leaving Haiti in ruin, Clinton has consistently treated black lives with a callous expediency. Come on now. Truth, y'all. Pardon me. Like I said, this is I'm Still Learning platform, and sometimes people in the chat may compel me to pivot, you know, to another learning moment, but it's okay though.
in Chicago. He ain't gonna speak against Hoover and he's in Chicago. Nah, they're gonna kill him. It doesn't matter if he's 60, 70 years old. He knows better, but he tried to lie. And that ain't it.
Yeah, Hoover was 18 at the time. He was the leader of the Supreme Gangsters. Mm-hmm. And he got shot in the leg himself.
Yeah, Hoover got shot and some other people got shot that were behind him.
Yeah, so 2 rival gang members from the East Side Disciples, James Highsmith and Leonard Longstreet, were identified by Hoover as the shooters. 2 other students were also injured. And a newspaper article confirmed that Hoover told the police who shot him.
Exactly. They tried to.
He was a teenager at the time.
They tried to say the newspaper lied. All right, so why didn't the Hoover family sue? Why didn't they sue me? If I said something that ain't, you know, if I'm destroying a reputation. It's in the fucking Chicago Tribune. When I requested the fucking paperwork on this shit, they had to use a machine that hasn't been used in like 30 years. Like they told me, they're on the phone telling, yo.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
We gotta dust this fucking thing off. And then they sent me the shit, you know?
That's one thing too. Mannerisms, yeah, we don't play that, you know, coughing and not saying excuse me and smacking all on camera. And so one of these days, if I'm eating on camera, you know, I pause it. I might pause it or mute it, but I don't smack though. So that's not something I do. I'm very conscious, self-conscious of You know, I don't see how people can smack. You don't hear yourself smacking? Like, you don't hear that? You don't hear, you know, chew with your mouth closed. Like, you know how to do, like, it's basic. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science, but yeah, y'all, this dude right here is really just a joke. It's a joke.
You know what I mean? I couldn't get everything. But one of the things that I do have is the state witness list, and Larry Hoover's name is on it.
Okay, just like XX Tekashi and Drake and all these guys was on witness list too. Drake and all these guys, they was on witness list too. What the hell does that mean though, being on a witness list? They never came and testified. So make it make sense. Oh, he's on the witness list. And you're treading some waters here, you know, even though Larry Hoover has publicly denounced, you know, and they've totally misrepresented growth and development. They don't talk about the 21st Century Project, you know, and the whole idea of just anytime a black man is able to galvanize and rally up the masses, put down the guns and start voting, oh, we can't have that. Oh, no, we can't have that. We can't have no black man talking about put down the guns and start voting. Political power? No. So, pardon me, y'all. But yeah, this dude right here, he's not honorable. It's not commendable, you know. Has he ever done a take on the cartel? On the Sinaloa? What their name? Whatever. Sinaloa. You know? But not respectable. Back to the subject at hand.
There's no disputing it. Now, if somebody wants to go there in person and see what they can get, go for it. But nobody wants to. Jeff Ford, whatever his name is.
Hear that? Whatever his name is. Jeff Ford. It's not Ford. You couldn't even... don't even have the intellectual wherewithal. You, 1090 snake / fake, don't have the intellectual wherewithal to even literally convince the Congress on why it's paramount to fix your inner cities and actually get $1 million grant and actually apply the grant. You think you had the intellectual capacity to be able to articulate the trials and tribulations of your community, and not only do that, but successfully receive funding to go directly back into your community? That's what Jeff Ford did. What did you do? What did you do, buddy? Young black men at that. Matter of fact, let me stop, y'all.
I think he's the leader of the P Stones.
Yeah.
He snitched. And everybody knows he snitched.
This dude is a cold piece, man. Just says it with so much conviction.
It's in one of the people involved. He took the fucking police to the ops block and said, ride with me, watch, they gonna shoot at me. And that's what happened.
Oh, really? Interesting. He said, I've done time in the Florida Department of Corrections. In Florida prison. I ain't gonna lie, them southern prisons, woo! But them southern jails, man, them southern prisons, treacherous. I'm talking like modern day plantation and like abysmal conditions. You know, like inmates run the prison type of, like, yeah. So I appreciate that tidbit. that tidbit, that factoid of information that you just imparted upon the people. Appreciate that. 1090 Jake is on the take. A fake blood and nobody respects down here. Yeah, I don't like this dude. Like I said, I don't like him, y'all. I don't like it. I don't like the cultural vultureness of it, and the hyper fixation of only, I don't think I can even recall any, like, maybe poke about a few Caucasian people. I think maybe, but it pales in comparison to the melanated subjects that he's prone to illuminating on. He's more apt to highlight black people than he is his own people, let alone anybody else, the model minority or any other ethnic group in America. So, peace to the fam. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for hitting the like button, subscribing, and giving me y'all currency, because it's definitely, I'm grateful, because you didn't have to be here. You don't have to be here, So I appreciate it. I'm going to emphasize that. I'm going to reiterate that 1,000 times, for real. Reinforce it, for real. Appreciate it. Tupac on you. Don't you know my love is here? For real. I appreciate it, though. For real. Appreciate that. I don't like case in point, Kevin Garnett. I didn't like how he treated ISO Speed. I didn't like that. Shout out to ISO Speed he's in my city. He in Seattle. ISO Speed in Seattle. Shout out to ISO Speed. And I didn't like how Kevin Durant gave him the cold shoulder like that. Kevin Durant gave ISO Speed the cold shoulder when he man, I got all your kicks and whoop, and he just basically looked at him like, I don't respect that, bro. I don't respect no celebrity to act like, you feel me? But I'm not saying no. I'm not, no way, no thing. I'm not saying I'm not a celebrity, but I'm saying I'm comparing that to just my appreciation to the supporters, people who support, people who watching, people who hitting the like button. I appreciate that. So I was just juxtaposing that to Kevin Garnett and how and then he turned around and was like, dang, he asked ISO Speed, how many Instagram followers? Man, he did a double take like, damn, yeah, buddy, he got more subscribers than you do. Humble yourself. The hell you would act like you better than somebody, or you can't recognize the fact that this man was overly lauding Lauding Lauding. To laud somebody is to praise somebody. ISO Speed was overly lauding Kevin Garnett, and he gonna give him the cold shoulder. Man, I don't respect that. I don't respect no celebrity that act like he's better than what I don't respect no celebrity that embodies this body of I'm better than you, or basically like they don't forget why you got there. Peace. Let me stop running my mouth. Okay, he said, okay. Peace, Joe B. How you doing?
He told. So it's like the very founders of the gangs that tear through cities, the very founders that created the laws that everyone's supposed to abide by for the next 30, 40 years, they told. And they're the ones that created it.
It's cap. And we done with him. We done with that video, though. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I have a zero tolerance for fibs and misinformation and people that are cosplaying to be black. Remember y'all. Remember why we're here.
Kirk's.
Yeah. Let me get to it.
Charlie Kirk's death has impacted American history, and I personally am a subscriber of Charlie Kirk's.
So he said, I am personally a subscriber of Charlie Kirk. Let me get up. But y'all, papaya seed, I'm going live on this too. Papaya seed, little tangent. We ain't gonna make this all about, the Jakes and the snakes and fakes. Non-GMO. Papaya seed. You know, got to have your bananas, your fruits, your veggies. You know, bananas. I'm a fruit guy. Okay, the chat falling off. Fine, don't fall off on me. You know, black seeded watermelon. Black seeded watermelon. Let's get it. If it ain't black seed, we don't want it. If it ain't black seeds, we don't want it. Yeah, we ain't gonna make this about Jake the Fake. You know, we ain't gonna make this about Jake the Fake. You know, shout out to the farmer's market. That's one thing I hate, y'all, is freaking fruit flies. I hate fruit flies. And I hate these damn fruit flies, y'all. I can't stand these damn fruit flies, man. Shit. Got my peaches and shit in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I wanna, man, no need, man. I got peaches too, y'all. Big peaches in this joint too. You know? But that's not what's for dinner, though. This is what's for dinner. We eat a sandwich. We got the sandwich, the avocados. Oh, I didn't show y'all the avocado. Avocados, that's my go. I actually had to re-up with the avocados today. I like getting my avocados green. I don't know why. I don't like getting soft avocados, y'all. But look, oh yeah. And then this is a good hack too. Wrap your lettuce, romaine lettuce, in foil. It actually preserves it. Like it's not going to be soggy or none of that. Wrap it in foil, y'all. Wrap your romaine lettuce in foil. It's a good hack. But yeah, I know it said 1090 fake, y'all, but we got off 1090 fake. You know, you might have to watch but this is the what we eating. Avocados, you know, sandwich, you know, sandwich, lettuce, romaine lettuce too at that, y'all. Avocado, you know, we getting it in, y'all. But yeah. Pardon me. Let me do this. Do it like that. But yeah. That's how we gonna do that. Hit that like button, subscribe, share. We got off 1090 fake, the snake, the Jake. Might have to run it back, y'all. But yeah. I'm definitely about to make this sandwich though. I'm about to make this good old sandwich. Hold on, pardon me. I'm about to get me a GoPro too. That's exactly what I'm about to get. I'm about to get me a GoPro. Big facts. Big facts. I'll say tomorrow. Oh yeah, tomorrow. I'm going live tomorrow too. I'm going live. We're gonna do a workout regimen. You know, this is like I said. This platform's all about health, wealth, holistically though. You know, information. You know, real and truthful information though. We ain't about that. You know. Oh yeah, I got the vegan. That's the plant-based, y'all. Plant-based mayo. The plant-based mayo. Gotta have the mayo and the mustard. You know, mayo and the mustard, y'all. So, what I typically do though is let me wash my hands first though. I be touching shit, you know, touching this and touching that and grabbing this. Wash my mama. I gotta wash them hands, y'all. You gotta wash them hands, man. Cleanliness is next to godliness, y'all. You gotta wash them hands, y'all. You got to wash them hands. That's why I don't eat out, though. I'm not a proponent of eating out. People don't be washing their hands. They be doing all type of weird shit to your food. This is why I don't eat out, because people don't wash their hands. They don't do the little things. That's really the big things. How you do the little things is how you do the big things. If you don't wash your hands, some people feel like they ain't got to wash their hands when they piss. I just pee. Ain't no. No. How you do the little things is how you do the big things. That tell me a lot about you if you don't wash your hands when you take a piss. You know, that tells me a lot about you. So we're gonna take this right here, this plant-based meat right here. This is the plant-based meat field roast. The brand's called Field Roast. It's plant-based meat. I'm putting the avocados on. Putting the avocados, y'all, on the avocados is good. I love avocados. I love them, y'all. I love them. I love it, like for real. The only thing I have in my house, only thing I need in my house is rice, beans, and avocados. All I need. If I had none else in my house, as long as I got rice, bean, why? Because that's gonna fill you up first and foremost. It's gonna fill you up, you know. Heavy carb induced. So yeah, rice and beans, y'all. And move, man. These damn fruit flies, man. I got all this fruit in my house, y'all. These goddamn fruit flies. I gotta get some vinegar, right? I think vinegar. Vinegar, yeah, vinegar does attract fruit flies. It does, yep. Vinegar, pardon me, I gotta use the bathroom, y'all. Vinegar. Vinegar, 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 vinegar. Vinegar. The hell? Oh, 1090 fake. 1090 fake to Jake. Gotta hit them hands, man. Gotta hit them hands. Gotta hit them hands, y'all. I don't give a damn what time it is. How many times you know, you gotta shake that lazy spirit. Americans is lazy. For real. Americans as a whole. Not just black Americans. Americans is lazy. Alright, let me see. But yeah, I'm gonna go live tomorrow, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the chat. I appreciate everybody that's stopped by, hit the like button. You know, just keep inspiring me to, you know, to keep it, be consistent. You know, to be consistent, keep being consistent in all my endeavors. So I appreciate it. You know, I definitely appreciate it. You know, inspiring me to keep on keeping on around this joint, for real. So 1090J, you know, use a fake, and you know, use a snake. So make my little sandwich, you know, little sandwich. Keep it simple with the mayonnaise and mustard, and you know it's organic. You know it's organic, you know. Don't panic, it's organic. Don't panic, it's organic. So yeah, avocados. Avocados is a superfood, y'all. If you don't know about avocados, y'all, avocados is a superfood, y'all. Avocados is a superfood, y'all. Put some of that mayonnaise on there, a little bit of that mayonnaise, a little bit of that mustard. So, pardon me. Boom. Oh, lettuce. Can't forget the lettuce. I told you I got the lettuce too, right? The romaine lettuce, though. We got that romaine lettuce. Not just iceberg lettuce. We got that romaine. Oh, wait. Matter of fact, because I didn't put none on here. I might put a little bit of hot sauce on this joint. I'm kind of weird a little bit, you know? Yeah. Big boy. Red hot. You know? Big boy. Put that on my avocado. I'm going to put a little bit of that. Just a little bit. We're going to go crazy or nothing with it, you know? Crazy with it or nothing. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit of that razzle dazzle, you know? Just a little razzle dazzle. A little bit of that razzle dazzle. You heard? A little bit of that razzle dazzle. Put that lettuce on there. That romaine lettuce. Here we go. Boom. Boom. You know? Mayonnaise, mustard. Simple. You know? Bam. Glass. Told you about the glass, right? Men, we gotta stop eating out of plastic. Stop eating out of plastic. Plastic is not good for our testosterone. You got those chemicals that leach out into the food. So BPA, all that, no. Stop eating out of plastic. You're gonna start eating out of glass now. Glass. If it's not housed in glassware, don't mess with it. Or stainless steel. Stainless steel is good too. So like I said, we're gonna learn here. We're gonna learn something here today, you know? We gonna learn today, because this is not the channel for tomfoolery. This is not the tomfoolery channel. He said, you seem like a fun dad. God bless you and your family. He said a fun dad. Toke up before you eat the sandwich, brother. Food flies are a good indicator that there's organic food around. Insects, much respect. Okay, brother. Well, put me on then. All right, that's what's up. Well, good then, man. Put me on. These motherfuckers be just, man, they be everywhere, boy. They be, god damn. You know, but I appreciate that. He said that's a good indicator. You got good. Yeah, this fruit is from the goddamn farmer's market. This fruit is some good fruit, all right. So it's from the local farmer's market, my brother. It's from the local farmer market, man. You know, oatmeal. This is a good brand too. Amy's. It's vegetable though. I told y'all I don't eat meat. I don't know if I told you that, but yeah, I don't eat no flesh. No, we don't do no animal flesh. So, have I slipped up? Yeah, I have. But I don't eat meat though. I have no debt. This is right here. This is the vegetable jambalaya with red beans. So I'm definitely strict vegetarian though. Definitely strict vegetarian. You know. Veggie, you got the veggie egg rolls. Veggie egg rolls, all that. This is veggie too. See, oh, this is the brand I told you about, Field Roast. This is the Field Roast brand. This is plant-based though. Plant-based corn dog. See, plant-based. It's not. It has no soy too. That soy is no good. We are not soy boys around here. No soy, no soy. See, we soy free around this motherfucker, man. Soy free. Hell no, we soy free, y'all. Black health matters. Health matters, but once again, black people, we lead in cancer. We lead in all these health maladies. So the emphasis, black health. We got to start eating healthier, y'all. Green beans, you know. I love these. I'll take some of these out, thaw them. I don't never cook them frozen. Thaw it about an hour, and I saute it. Boom, you know. I should make me some peas. I need some peas too. Organic peas. Yeah, y'all. So, you know, health is wealth, y'all. You know? I don't do milk either. You don't do the milk, y'all. No milk. I'm about to eat one of these, though. I ain't gonna lie, no cap. I want one of those bad boys. So, yeah, y'all, blueberries, you know? Blueberries, all the stuff. Organic blueberries. All the stuff, you know? So, yeah, I think I'm gonna, what kind of chips I'm gonna eat with this. Give myself a little cut. But eat I'm gonna eat the rest of these potato chips. It's a sandwich and chips, simple, you know. Chips and sandwich. Remind me of the, you know, back in the day we used to make you a little. But when I did eat meat, because I wasn't born a meat eater, but you know, fry that bologna, fry that salami, some mustard. So I had to fry that. I fried that meat. You know, a nice slow fry. Man, with the vegan cheese, with the plant-based cheese. Come on, y'all. This ain't cap. No cappery. No cappuccino, y'all. No cappuccino. But I appreciate y'all. What about? I don't do fish. No, I'm not a pescatarian, brother. I'm just no animal flesh. No animal flesh. So, but yeah, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. Appreciate the chat. Appreciate like I said, stay tuned, y'all. More lives coming, more videos coming, everything coming. More clarity, all that, you know, more features, all that, you know. But like I said, I'm in this for the learning, for the what's the word? Pedagogical experience, you know. So it's not here to be goofy and, oh, you look at me, you know. We not, you know, we got enough goofies around here. We need more learners and thinkers and, you know, things of that nature, y'all. So let's get it. Appreciate y'all for chiming in with me. Appreciate the energy. Facts, but definitely. I'm a perpetual pupil. Perpetual pupil. You know, first. Perpetual pupil. I didn't got myself a little cut. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate the attention. I appreciate the currency of attention. Appreciate the I appreciate I just modded you up. I'm assuming you somebody like-minded. So yeah, appreciate the currency of attention, the likes, the shares, subscribes, all that, you know. So let's see if YouTube let's see if YouTube will let somebody of my stature, of my intellect, of this cranium, of this cognition be monetized. We'll see. Everything else is monetized. You can monetize death, black music, nigga this, kill, yeah, I'm a murder, kill. You can monetize that, but you get somebody on here who got some, who may even have what's that? A person who has a modicum, of information. You know. Thank you, appreciate it, brother. The crown, each one teach one, as above, so below. For real. As above, so below. 19. Shout out to 19. He's another thought-provoking leader in the community. Somebody who else I aspire to be. Okay, people didn't dropped off, huh? But yeah, boom. Anytime you got a black man that's coming like how I'm coming, on YouTube, you say, oh, hey, it's an issue, conspiracy, hey. GMO seeds now, hey. This is why we don't do GMOs, hey. So, Monsanto. But yeah, black power. Knowledge is information. Come on. This is one of my, my white brethrens, Like I said, I rock with white folks. I rock with the ones who tell the truth, though. Joe R. Vegan. He's a white truth teller. What'd he say? Who did who? Who built what? Minorities did what? No, blacks. I'm going to end it with this. Peace to the family. I appreciate y'all. But like I said, I don't hate white folks. Because I got mad respect for this white man right here. Because he told the truth. Shout out to Joe R. Vegan, who speaks truth to power. Come on now. Let's get it. Peace to the fam. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate y'all. Gratitudes. For real. Appreciate your currency of attention. Thank you. Okay, bet. Come on now, like-minded. So y'all know how we coming in, y'all. Like I said, y'all, we gonna start doing story time, all that. I'm gonna figure it out. I got too much information out here, y'all. It's too much. Richest man in Babylon. A very small tome, TOME, but it's very impactful in regards to how one should go about handling their money. This is this is really one of my favorite books right here. This book right here, and just, yeah, like I said, a very good financial literate book right here. This is a very financially literate book, And then, like I said, anytime you hear those, think of black men. Anytime you hear those lamps, paramedicine, that's us. Social respect to black men. I'm gonna end it with this, brother. Are you hip to the white pale hill? Are you to the white pale horse? If I'm pronouncing. Behold the pale horse, right? Or is it behold the white pale? I thought it was called behold or something like that. Pardon me, y'all. Yeah, and this right here is what we got to get off of. We got to get off of this right here, y'all. We gotta, this is real. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Lucifer Fire, appreciate you. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm still learning. Remember,